Hey everybody, this is Pixis Designs. Hashtag Stinger Spam. Yep, I'm back. More goods. A little bit redone. A little bit of remodeling done. Different colorways. Trying out a new front bumper. It's already up in my store. Is it up in my store yet? I don't know, it's been a long couple of days. Everybody, yep, got 3 of them this time. Actually, I got a 4th one up there too, but I'm going to keep it in the box for a while. That way, at least this kind of shows off all the different options that I have now for the vamps. I was pretty disappointed I didn't at least order a 3rd vamp before, but I was sure to order enough stingers this time to kind of show everything off. So for those that have been buying my vamp goods, you will see that there is a little bit of a design change. So this is what I was using for the armor before on my vamp. I got one over there. Actually, hold on just a second. Okay. So, yeah, again, this was the style before. Again, I developed this style because the window armor does not play very well with the stock vamp driving roll bar lights. So I created my own light bar system while also maintaining the whole of the MK2 kit. But since we are now working with something new now, this is the roof mount for the Stinger, and it has a full opening top hatch. So the driving lamps are a little bit taller to allow for more room for stuff. See, these are pretty low profile versus these right here. So that's the biggest difference between both these styles as far as the roof goes. And of course the doors, I mean, these are pretty standard floppy doors, and the new doors have a lot more detail put into them. And the Stinger doors will come with inserts, and these inserts can be pushed out if you don't want to use them. So you don't have to use them if you don't want to, but they will come with them in the listing. Listing's already up, by the way. Okay, let's get this dude out of the way. Okay, so we're back. So as far as, I really don't even know where to begin here. I've got so many different items in my shop, it's almost hard to keep track. We'll start with this one over here. So this, as far as the listing goes, I've got a silver, it's called Space Gray, front armor windshield, and doors to match and the roof to match, and fastback option with I will be putting these inserts up today to be able to be utilized instead of these inserts here. So these will be a different option. Oh boy, this is going to be so complicated. I'm going to have a listing just for these. If you want to purchase these, there'll just be a separate listing for these. They won't come with a fastback option because I already have a fastback option available. I'm just going to add the silver colorways to it. So when you order the fastback, it's going to come with this. That way you can put gear packs on it, like so. That way you can put those on it. And if you want to use these instead, you'll have to order these separately to be able to be used. And again, these can be used, well, just any time that you order these side panels with the fastback, the jackhammer, or the gear pack. You'll just pull those MOLLE panels out and push these in instead. And I will show that here in this video to show how all that works. So again, I'm going to be modifying the fastback option and the gear pack option with a new space gray colorways That way those can be ordered for the Stinger. Okay, so it'll be black and silver. What else? Oh, you see that I also made something new here. So for those that don't want to utilize the missile stack that comes with the Stinger, this is my newest rear attachment. And these missiles can be pulled out, which, as far as printing goes, is a complete pain in the butt. So what you see here is not what you're necessarily going to get whenever I start making these, just because I probably have about 10 pounds of filament waste whenever I run these, like 75 per build plate. These things take like 14 hours to run. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to do a black bottom, gray mid, and a red tip, but the detail that you see, the black detail that you see on these, I'm not going to do. So it's just going to be the same color all the way through here, just because it's just so much filament waste. But they are going to be they're still going to be removable from this in case you want to. So there's that. I've got a few more written up here. So actually what I'm going to do is in my shop I'm going to list these specifically with the multicolor missiles. The multicolor missiles as a special order, and I'm only going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's just going to be 5 of these with the colored missiles. And then once I sell through these here, I'm going to start making them with a standard, just a regular black engine area, gray mid-body, and a red tip. So that's that. And I think I may, I don't know, kind of chime in on the comments below if you would like to have a. I used to make these right here. They're little compartments you can kind of put anything you want in them. Wondering if I should make a tote for another batch of missiles. Obviously it would cost a lot more money because, again, these are still a pain in the butt to print. I mean, that's a lot of time built right there. It's not like resin printing where it could just, you know, flash each layer for a split second. This takes a lot more time to print, and there's a lot more missiles per missile box too. So I'm not sure if any of this is making sense what you're hearing. Anyways, so chime in if you would like to have a separate crate with more missiles or whatever. But I am going to make this a listing for just the original 5 with the multicolor missiles, and then from here on out I'm going to put these up as just a more standardized, easier missile to print as far as I'm concerned. And here's that. So yeah, for those that want to see what this looks like without, let me do this real quick. Whoop, go up. For those that want to see the actual missile attachment, that's what it looks like. And I can definitely see where people's frustrations are with this missile setup. I may look into doing a better missile post for this machine. Maybe push them a little bit further back so they're not so far back. And it does crack me up that the Stinger comes with a rear step, knowing that they're going to get a full face of blast effect. But I guess you're just supposed to stand by and stand back. So yeah, we're going to get that out of the way. And put this back on. Whoop! Don't put it on backwards. like that. So for those that have been wondering what the heck this is a again, in my mind I'm kind of like thinking of mask and stuff like that. This is a movable side missile pod where it can just be pushed in. Just like that. So you just kind of store it away and move it out of the way. Now for the fastback, it's a lot easier to do, to be able to push this thing in and out. For the gear camper, it's probably going to be a little bit more effort because you got to pull that rear piece up. But there's that. This is hard to do with one hand, by the way. Oop, too far. Just like that. I don't know. Looks pretty pimp, you know, Winchester'd out already, so I would probably never actually keep it in. So there's that. Now, I've been debating on actually doing a jackhammer camper for the Stinger because I really don't have. So since the Vamp came with those 50 cal guns, obviously I revamped that to just have the mount system itself for the 50 cals. Actually, I don't even have it here. I don't know why I'm showing that. So on my original listing, this is what I was supplying. I don't know if I want to do these anymore just because they take so long to print, and I feel it's not worth my time for how much I would need to charge to make them. So I am probably, unless somebody reaches out and requests that they still want this camper top, I feel like the gear camper top is just probably a lot better. I mean, I guess I could go and create the listing. If somebody wants to purchase it, they can. It's not going to hurt anything, but I am probably going to go up in price a little bit, just because these little guns just take so much longer to print than typical stuff. For me trying to keep the price as low as I can, and that's like anytime you have any of these multicolored prints, they just eat up so much filament, a lot of filament waste, you know. So I guess I just changed my mind and I'm going to go ahead and put this up on the shop with this gun. So if those people that do want it, they can purchase it. The other change, I don't know if I went over that, is the new bumper style. The bumper in of itself hasn't really changed, but I have added the Stinger style front Joe poker and a couple of fog lights on the side. These can be removed, they can be moved around. You can flip them from side to side if you want to. You can take them off completely if you want. Just like that. So there's that. Yeah, well, I can't really think of anything else I need to add. I am going to go ahead and go over a new install video, just to kind of reiterate how to put all this stuff together from start to finish, from an original Stinger to a fully loaded out Pixis Designs version. So give me just a second to set that up. Okay, so here is a stock Stinger. It's so plain. I'm not a fan of their doors. Obviously, I mean, I like the detail. I like that they were able to get a lot of those rivets and stuff like that. It's pretty cool, but it can always be done better. So let me put this in it. Yep. Actually, I may need to go high on this. Okay, here we go. So, again, this will be your stock loadout whenever you pull it out of the box. What you'll do is you'll just remove this glass, like so. Remove the stock doors, like so. Boom. And we've removed everything that we need to remove. Okay, so as far as for the Stinger kit that is up in the store right now, what you will be purchasing is roof doors, inserts that can be removed, and the glass. Now, I do have two separate listings. You can do the silver roof and doors with a silver glass, or silver roof and doors and black glass. Vice versa, the inverted colorways, you can order the black roof and doors with a black glass. I won't be offering the silver glass with black roof and doors, just because that doesn't really make sense in my head to order it that way. So we're going to focus on putting these on first. With the stock glass removed, you'll just push this in, like so. Now, I have to reiterate that this window does not utilize the swivel mounts on the bottom. It's a static window. I've had a couple of people message me after they've purchased these, well, why doesn't it use this? Well, I state that. I state that in the listing, and I've stated in the previous video that this does not utilize the swivel mounts. It's static only. And you cannot use, even with the vamp, you cannot utilize the stock roll bar fog lamps, as this thing butts up all the way up against that roll bar and you can't use them. So, once you get that glass installed, you'll just push this in. Like so. There you go. And then with the C-clamps, once this is put in, it's a lot easier to line everything up and get this put in. Just like that. So that is the Stinger armor kit in silver. Silver window, black details. Now the bumper, the ideal method would be to remove these shackle hooks off the front of the bumper that it comes with, and then put them on here. These will probably be removed. You'll just put them in place however you want. You can actually, there may only be a couple of places you can actually put this at. So I say that you can put them anywhere, you really can't. So yeah, there's that. And again, the front has these little screw holes up in here. You'll just put these little mounting points up inside those screw holes. Just like that. Yep. And the same with the steps. If you do not want to utilize the vamp stock steps, which I mean they're still terrible, you'll just do the same thing. There's two screw holes underneath the underside here. Let's see if I can show those off here. Yep. Here and over here. We'll just get up underneath there and put those in. Just like that. Okay. Now, I saw an install video. This guy had turned comments off, so I was really hoping not a lot of people are seeing this specific video on how to install the fastback, camper, snug top, whatever rear portion of the vamp. because I'm really shocked that this guy did not break it on the video. I try to send out everybody an install video every time they purchase these pieces. Please watch that video to learn how to install these, because otherwise somebody's going to come to me and say, how come this broke? All you're going to do is just put this little lip on the inside first, just like that. And grab the other side, put it on the lip, just like that. And then these two hooks will fold up underneath the back side, and you just rotate it down on top of that. Just like this. That's how you install it. This person that I saw in the video had everything all together, and he was maneuvering in such a way that I just don't know how he didn't break everything. So that's how that installs. And then for those that have already purchased my mount setup, you know how this goes. It uses the stock box. This pin goes on top of the stock mounting position. And it is a pretty secure fit. It may actually be even more secure than whatever Hasbro provided. I actually don't have... No, I lied. So this is the one for the vamp. All you gotta do is just remove that whole thing. It shows you how good attached it is. It takes quite a bit of effort to get that thing off. It's like that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm also going to make these in black colorways, black or silver colorways. That way these units can also be purchased. Maybe with red missiles instead of yellow. Probably going to make that work with all the different rear attachments that I actually make for this. That way I can just make them available for anyone to purchase. I just don't have any to show off right now. So yeah, I think that is all it. For those that are kind of swapping attachments, let me show this off real quick. Whenever you remove the center attachment, you're going to want to push down on the back here and lift up in the rear. Just like that. And then let's put on, do I have one? Pretend this is a gear rack. So it just does, it's missing that actual gear part. So after you pull that thing out, you'll do the same thing. You'll grab this, put it up underneath there. That black is really hard to see, actually. There we go. Just like that. So yeah, that is that. And remove it, push down on the back, lift up in the rear, just like that. It is removed. And we're going to put this back because this is the way that I like it. Just like that. And we're going to put this back on. There you go. That's pretty much all the attachments that I make for it. Probably what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to actually be using this as an install video for all my different pieces. Because right now I've got so many different links that I'm sending you to all these different videos. It's kind of getting overwhelming connecting everything. So this is pretty much, I believe, everything that I make for the Vamp and Stinger. And it'll just be easier to link this video to all future purchasers. That way they can just kind of go through everything and see how everything gets installed at the same time in the same video. It takes about 7 minutes, y'all. It's not going to be that hard. So that is that from that. And it looks like my battery's fixing to die on this, so I'm going to need to hurry. Wanted to go over a quick custom as soon as I push this out of the way. Not really a custom. This is something that I've kind of been wanting to do for a while with my Wraith. Funny story. I ran across a guy who purchased the Wraith, and I saw that he actually inverted my wings up like this instead of how I normally do it, and I kind of fell in love with that, so I'm just going to start displaying it that way. Smart move, guy. I forgot who you were, though. But as you see right here, somebody reached out to me. He changed his name, and I forgot his new Instagram name, because his name was 12 Parallel. He asked me to do this without the star symbol, and typically what I would do is I would glue this onto it. And I've been looking to get away from that for a while. Because of my Super Wraith, I actually modeled some stuff into the front portion of the Wraith. This is the Wraith X, by the way. Since he asked it, I felt now was the time for me to go ahead and get away from that star and Cobra symbol and actually mold something up front. And so I was happy to do it. Here it is. This is the new version of the Wraith X. Now that I have the bamboo printers, I can actually print multicolor on some of these details. So that's going to be something that's happening now. Price will go up a little bit more because of that. Again, whenever you're printing multicolor, you go through a lot more filament waste, and I have to put that price somewhere. So these will go up in price just a little bit. Another thing that he reached out to me about is doing the Little Bird style seating. So I will be doing each Wraith with 2 of these to go on it. So you can do, if you want to do like zip ties to put personnel, keep them in place, you can. Structurally, they're there. They can slide off easy if you're not, really paying attention. But once you get whoever's seated and into place with their feet down, they won't go anywhere. It'll stay put pretty well. That's really kind of it as far as the Wraith X goes. So just a few changes to it. Again, it'll be going up in price just a little bit to cover for the cost of all that multicolor printing. All right, so before my battery dies, just kind of wanted to show a few things off. I'm trying to think what's not in the store right now. The inserts, the new inserts for the camper shells, I will be putting those up today. The bumper's already up. The stinger steps are already up. So I'll be editing the fastback option to now carry silver, and I will be editing the gear top, snug top, with a roof rack. I'll be adding these silver colorways for that too. Oh, and I'll be adding these. So I'll try and get all that done today for those that want that style. And hell, I may these actually would look pretty cool just standalone too. They look pretty neat. Yeah. So, okay, that's really it. This is Pixis Designs, signing off.